Are you so sure that there's no link between enjoying movie violence and enjoying real violence?
I'm going to tell you why I'm so sure. Do not ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
In the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, where dreams come true and stars shine bright, there lies a darker side to the entertainment industry. Behind the camera, not all actors are as charming and easygoing as they appear on the silver screen. Some have earned a reputation for being notoriously difficult to work with, causing headaches and frustration for directors, co-stars, and crew members alike. Join us as we take a closer look at the actors who have earned the dubious distinction of being the most difficult to work with in Hollywood. Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, Atlas. Oh, you right into it. Yeah. Atlas. Well, I play a data analyst, and it's a kind of a sci-fi action movie. But at the heart of it is like a story about trust.
Jennifer Lopez, the multi-talented entertainer known for her music, dancing, and acting, has long been a household name. With her humble beginnings and Jenny from the Block persona, one might assume that working with her would be a breeze. But behind the glitz and glamour lies a reputation that has left some in the industry questioning her diva-like behavior. As Lopez's star has risen, so too have her demands and requirements for those who want to collaborate with her. The list of requests she makes before agreeing to work on a project is the stuff of Hollywood legend, with many finding her expectations borderline impossible to meet. One of the most striking aspects of working with Lopez is her unwavering commitment to having things done her way. There is little room for compromise or finding a middle ground, as she's known for her my way or the highway approach. This inflexibility has led to frustration among those who have tried to collaborate with her, as they often find themselves bending over backwards to accommodate her wishes. While her 2019 film Hustlers was met with critical acclaim, her earlier work did little to improve her reputation as a difficult collaborator. Despite being praised for her strong work ethic, stories of her diva-like behavior have plagued her career. From over-the-top demands to her refusal to perform if her expectations are not met, Lopez has earned a reputation as a challenging partner in the entertainment industry. Perhaps most infamously, her alleged behavior came to a head during the production of the notorious flop Gigli. The film, which paired her with then-boyfriend Ben Affleck, was a critical and commercial failure, with many speculating that Lopez's on-set antics contributed to its downfall. Sean Penn.
You know, I think that it's always been the case for me that it's all about where you engage in an expression creatively, one way or another. And I think that as I got older,
Sean Penn, the Academy Award-winning actor known for his intense performances and brooding demeanor, has long been the subject of fascination and controversy in Hollywood. While his talent is undeniable, his reputation as a difficult and sometimes hostile collaborator has left many questioning the true nature of his character. In early 2016, Penn made headlines for his surprising meeting and interview with the notorious Mexican drug lord El Chapo. The public was left scratching their heads, wondering what qualifications the actor had to conduct such a high-profile and potentially dangerous interview. The incident only served to further cement Penn's image as an unpredictable and enigmatic figure. Beyond his questionable journalistic pursuits, Penn has gained a reputation as a nightmare to work with on set. Allegations of his hostile and intimidating behavior have circulated throughout the industry, painting a picture of an actor who can be incredibly difficult to collaborate with. While we may never know the full extent of his behind-the-scenes antics, it's clear his reputation as a challenging and sometimes abrasive presence has left a lasting impact on those who have worked with him. Mike Myers.
Well, within the tradition of British and Canadian comedy is partial male nudity. Yeah, right. They love to be naked, us limeys.
Mike Myers, the Canadian-born actor and comedian, has been a household name for decades thanks to his iconic roles in films like the Austin Powers series and Shrek. But behind the laughter and the memorable characters lies a reputation that has left many in Hollywood raising their eyebrows. Despite his undeniable talent and the joy he's brought to audiences around the world, Myers has been labeled a moody, temperamental control freak by those who have worked with him. Rumors of Myers' difficult behavior on set have circulated throughout the industry, with some even claiming he once went so far as to have a crew member fired for the seemingly innocuous act of making eye contact with him on a particularly really bad day. This alleged incident, while shocking, is just one example of the stories that have contributed to Myers' reputation as a challenging collaborator. Many executives in the industry have reportedly refused to work with Myers, citing his tendency to exert an excessive degree of control over the cast and crew. His alleged moodiness and temperamental nature have left some questioning whether the comedic genius is worth the hassle of dealing with his demanding personality. It's a surprising revelation for fans who have come to know and love Myers through his lighthearted and entertaining performances. The contrast between his on-screen persona and his off-screen reputation is stark, leaving many to wonder about the true nature of the man behind the characters. Steven Seagal.
You know, I've been in Abu Dhabi for the last few months working with them. Very, very honorable people, the people that I've been working with. They're talking about building a huge multimedia fund to make movies and televisions and different.
Steven Seagal, the enigmatic action star known for his martial arts prowess and brooding on-screen presence, has carved out a unique niche in Hollywood. But behind the tough guy exterior and impressive fight scenes lies a reputation that has left many in the industry wary of working with him. Seagal's temperamental outbursts and alleged bullying behavior on set have become the stuff of Hollywood legend, with stories of his antics circulating among cast and crew members. One particularly notorious incident involves Sean Connery, the iconic Scottish actor best known for his portrayal of James Bond. During a martial arts training session for one of the Bond films, Seagal allegedly became annoyed with Connery and, in a fit of rage, broke the actor's wrist. This story, while shocking, is just one example of the tales that have contributed to Seagal's reputation as a difficult and intimidating presence on set. Seagal's alleged behavior extends beyond physical altercations. He's been accused of being a set bully, treating cast and crew members with disrespect, and holding up production with his demands and outbursts. Alexander Gruznicki, a director who worked with Seagal, has gone on record stating that the actor, quote, bullied and coerced several members of the cast and crew and, quote, treated a particular co-star in a very disrespectful way. In addition to his on-set behavior, Seagal has also been known to make grandiose claims about his off-screen activities. From training CIA operatives to fighting the Yakuza, Seagal's tales of his exploits have often been met with skepticism and accusations of exaggeration. He's even claimed to have been a student of the founder of Aikido, despite the fact that the martial arts master died in 1968 when Seagal was just a teen. As a result of his difficult reputation and the declining box office performance of his films, Seagal's appearances on the big screen have become increasingly rare in recent years. Some speculate his behavior has made him a pariah in the industry, with many actors and filmmakers reluctant to work with him. Comedian John Leguizamo has shared his own experience with Seagal's intimidating behavior, recounting an incident in which the action star slammed him against a wall for the mere offense of laughing. This anecdote, along with Henry Rollins' statement that he'd rather drink latex paint than work with Seagal, paints a picture of an actor whose reputation precedes him. Charlie Sheen.
Your anger and your hate, I think, is coming off as erratic to people.
Passion, my passion. It's all
okay,
passion.
Your passion
yes.
is coming off as erratic
right.
to people.
Well, you borrow my brain for 5 seconds and just be like, dude, can't handle it. Unplug this bastard. Yeah.
Charlie Sheen, born Carlos Erwin Estevez on September 3, 1965 in New York City, has been a prominent figure in Hollywood for decades. The son of acclaimed actor Martin Sheen, who was just breaking into the business with performances on Broadway at the time of Charlie's birth, and Janet Sheen, a former New York art student, Charlie seemed destined for a life in the spotlight. But despite his undeniable talent and charisma on screen, Sheen's off-screen antics and personal struggles have overshadowed his professional achievements. His reputation as a difficult actor to work with has been fueled by a series of bizarre rants, disrespectful behavior on set, and a well-publicized battle with substance abuse. One of the most notable examples of Sheen's troublesome behavior came during his tenure on the hit sitcom 2.5 Men. His erratic actions and constant drug use led to a highly publicized falling out with the show's creator, Chuck Lorre, ultimately resulting in Sheen's termination from the series. In the aftermath of his firing, Sheen's behavior grew increasingly erratic as he publicly insulted his former boss, referring to Lorre as a, quote, contaminated little maggot, among other disparaging remarks. The incident not only damaged Sheen's professional reputation, but also painted him in a negative light in the eyes of the public. Sheen's personal life has been a subject of controversy for years, with domestic issues involving his then-fiancée Kelly Preston and infamous drug addiction making headlines. These personal struggles have undoubtedly contributed to the challenges of working with him on set, as his unpredictable behavior and substance abuse issues have often interfered with his professional commitments. While Sheen's talent as an actor is undeniable, his self-proclaimed status as a, quote, freaking rock star from Mars suggests a disconnect from reality that has made it difficult for colleagues and collaborators to navigate his eccentricities. In recent years, he's largely retreated from the spotlight, perhaps in an effort to address his personal demons and rebuild his reputation. Christian Bale.
What I found was I did hate it for the first year or two. I really did.
Why?
Coming from a walking culture.
Christian Bale, the Welsh-born actor, renowned for his intense performances and unwavering dedication to his craft, has also gained notoriety for his fiery temper and the challenges that come with working alongside him on set. His reputation as a difficult collaborator was cemented in the public consciousness following the release of a disturbing audio recording in 2009. The grainy recording, captured on the set of Terminator Salvation in 2008, revealed a shocking incident in which Bale unleashed a vicious and unwarranted rant against the film's director of photography, Shane Hurlbut. The explosive outburst, triggered by Hurlbut's unintentional interruption of Bale's line of vision during a scene, left many questioning the actor's professionalism and emotional stability. But Bale's reputation as a challenging co-worker extends beyond his volatile temper. As a method actor, he's known for fully immersing himself in his characters, often blurring the lines between his own personality and the roles he plays. This intense dedication to his craft can make working with Bale an unpredictable and, at times, unsettling experience for his colleagues. Despite his undeniable talent and the critical acclaim he's garnered throughout his career, Bale's on-set behavior has often overshadowed his achievements. In the now infamous recording, Bale can be heard reportedly dropping slurs while criticizing the director of photography for disrupting his performance. The incident, which quickly went viral, portrayed a picture of an actor whose dedication to his work had crossed the line into unprofessional and abusive behavior. Jennifer Aniston.
And it's hard for a straight man to be that funny in their, but he also he will never break. You can't make him break. We're all dingleberries and break all the time.
Jennifer Aniston, the beloved actress who captured hearts as Rachel Green on the iconic sitcom Friends, has a public persona that exudes warmth and likability. But behind the scenes, Aniston's reputation in Hollywood tells a different story, with many industry insiders claiming she is far from the sweetheart she appears to be. Despite her immense popularity among fans, Aniston has reportedly struggled to maintain friendships and positive working relationships with her fellow celebrities. Her alleged diva-like behavior on set has rubbed many of her colleagues the wrong way, leading to a growing list of Hollywood stars who simply can't stand working with her. While acting like a diva might be forgiven by some, Aniston's reputation takes a more serious turn when it comes to allegations of violent behavior. In a surprising admission during an interview, Aniston revealed that she once threw a chair at a director, acknowledging it was not her proudest moment. The incident in question allegedly occurred on the set of the movie Bruce Almighty, where Aniston reportedly witnessed the director mistreating a script supervisor. Unable to tolerate the director's behavior, Aniston took matters into her own hands and resorted to a violent outburst in defense of her colleague. While some may argue that Aniston's actions were justified given the circumstances, the fact remains that resorting to violence in the workplace is never an appropriate response. This incident, coupled with her alleged diva-like behavior, has undoubtedly contributed to her reputation as a difficult actress to work with. As Aniston's career continues to flourish, it remains to be seen whether her behind-the-scenes behavior will catch up with her public image. Even though fans may continue to adore her for her on-screen performances, it's clear her reputation with the industry is far from the wholesome girl-next-door persona she projects. Chevy Chase.
I was shocked about how much I wanted to be back. And I never asked if I could come back, and You know, by then I had become a big deal. And so I was at the level of hosts of Saturday Night Live.
Chevy Chase, a comedic legend known for his quick wit and sarcastic humor, has also earned a reputation as one of the most notoriously difficult actors to work with in Hollywood. His abrasive personality and penchant for burning bridges have left a trail of disgruntled colleagues and strained relationships in his wake. Chase's reputation as a quote-unquote put-down artist dates back to his early days on Saturday Night Live, where he managed to alienate cast members like John Belushi and Bill Murray, as well as the show's writers, with his cruel and vicious remarks. This pattern of behavior continued throughout his career as he consistently found new targets for his scathing critiques. Over the years, Chase has taken aim at some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry, sparing no one from his sharp tongue. From Will Ferrell to Howard Stern, Kevin Smith to Bill Maher, Chase has left a wake of offended and angered colleagues, many of whom have publicly expressed their disdain for the comedian. Perhaps one of the most striking examples of Chase's difficult behavior came during his time on the cult classic TV series Community. Despite the show's instant success and devoted fan base, Chase managed to sour his own experience by heavily criticizing the series and its showrunner, Dan Harmon, while still a cast member. His on-set tirades, often laced with offensive language, further solidified his reputation as a challenging collaborator. As a result of his abrasive personality and history of burning bridges, Chase has likely found himself with a dwindling circle of friends and allies within the industry. Dustin Hoffman.
Career-wise, do you have regrets?
Oh my God, yes.
Like what?
I turned down maybe more brilliant things and more great directors probably than any actor I know.
Give me a couple of examples. Just didn't like the script?
No, I read it, and when I finished, I said, that's the best script I've ever read, and I'm not going to do it.
Why?
I think I had a problem with success.
Dustin Hoffman, a Hollywood legend, known for his powerful performances and unwavering dedication to his craft, has also earned a reputation as one of the most challenging to work with. His meticulous approach to acting has often led to tensions on set, with co-stars and directors alike bearing the brunt of his intense commitment to perfection. His pursuit of excellence has, at times, crossed the line into what some might consider difficult behavior. He's been known to engage in heated arguments with directors, demanding multiple takes until he feels he's captured the perfect performance. This uncompromising attitude has led to friction and frustration among his colleagues who may not share his singular vision. One notable example of Hoffman's clashes with a director occurred during the filming of Tootsie. He and director Sidney Pollack reportedly butted heads over creative control, with Hoffman seeking to exert more influence over the project. This tension undoubtedly made for a challenging working environment for all involved. Hoffman's intensity on set has not been limited to his interactions with directors. His co-stars have also felt the impact of his dedication to his craft. In one infamous incident during the filming of Kramer vs. Kramer, Hoffman slapped Meryl Streep without warning during one of their first takes together. While some argue this was a bold choice he made in service of the scene, others view it as an example of Hoffman's willingness to push boundaries at the expense of his fellow actors' comfort and trust. Interestingly, Hoffman has acknowledged the fine line between being perceived as difficult and being seen as meticulous. In his own words, quote, "difficult reputation or meticulous, maybe they are one and the same." This statement suggests that Hoffman is aware of his reputation and, to some extent, sees his uncompromising approach as an integral part of his artistic process. It's worth noting that his intense dedication to his roles may, at times, be influenced by his personal life. He's admitted that his behavior on the set of Kramer vs. Kramer may have been a manifestation of the emotions he was grappling with during his own real-life divorce. Russell Crowe.
I think it was Liam Neeson said that he believed that a horse that he'd worked with earlier recognized him, and I just responded on social media, well, of course. You know, you don't think you're going to go away to work or on a holiday or something, come back and your dog doesn't recognize you, right?
Russell Crowe, the Oscar-winning actor, renowned for his intense performances, has also gained notoriety for his challenging behavior on and off movie sets. His reputation as a difficult collaborator has been the stuff of much discussion in the entertainment industry, with stories of his temper and outbursts circulating among colleagues. One particularly revealing account of Crowe's behavior comes from Nicole Laporte's book, The Men Who Would Be King, an almost epic tale of moguls, movies, and a company called DreamWorks. In the book, Laporte sheds light on some of Crowe's most problematic characteristics, painting a picture of an actor whose temperament can be as volatile as it is passionate. According to Laporte, Crowe once made a late-night phone call to producer Branko Lustig, hurling expletives at him over a perceived slight regarding his compensation. The incident left Lustig so shaken, he informed director Steven Spielberg of his intention to leave the project, reportedly stating, quote, "Russell wants to kill me. I'm leaving." Crowe's reputation for having a violent temper extends beyond the confines of movie sets. He's been known to engage in drunken brawls, with one particularly infamous incident involving a hotel staff member. Allegedly, Crowe threw a phone at the employee after becoming frustrated with his inability to make a call to his wife. When confronted about his behavior, Crowe has been unapologetic, once stating, quote, "I have that attitude." This candid admission suggests that the actor is well aware of his reputation and, to some extent, embraces it as a part of his persona. Despite his undeniable talent and the accolades he's received throughout his career, Crowe's reputation as a difficult actor has at times overshadowed his accomplishments. His collaborators have had to navigate his mercurial moods and explosive outbursts, making working with him a challenging prospect for even the most seasoned professionals. Val Kilmer.
Well, Betty is evil.
All right, moving on.
I wasn't gonna say that in public, but she knows what she did.
Val Kilmer, a Hollywood heavyweight with a career spanning decades, has earned a reputation not only for his acting prowess, but also for his challenging behavior on set. Throughout his tenure in the entertainment industry, Kilmer has been described as self-centered and uncooperative, leaving a trail of disgruntled colleagues in his wake. One of the most notable instances of Kilmer's difficult behavior occurred during the filming of Batman Forever. Director Joel Schumacher found himself at odds with the actor, who reportedly displayed irrational and explosive behavior towards various crew members, including the first assistant director, cameraman, and costume department. Schumacher, fed up with Kilmer's antics, confronted the actor, making it clear his conduct would not be tolerated any longer. In response, Kilmer gave Schumacher the silent treatment for 2 weeks, refusing to communicate with the director. Ironically, Schumacher later described this period of silence as bliss, highlighting the extent of the tension between the two. Kilmer's reputation for being challenging to work with extends beyond his professional life. Many of his former girlfriends have spoken out about his eccentric behavior, painting a picture of a man who can be difficult to understand and relate to. Richard Stanley, another director who had the opportunity to work with Kilmer on the island of Dr. Moreau, echoed these sentiments. He claimed that Kilmer's arrival on set was often accompanied by arguments, suggesting that the actor's presence alone was enough to create a hostile working environment. Despite his undeniable talent, Kilmer's reputation as a difficult collaborator has followed him throughout his career. His behavior has ranged from uncooperative to downright hostile, leaving many of his colleagues questioning whether the benefits of working with such a gifted actor outweigh the challenges of dealing with his temperament. Edward Norton.
I mean, I've had a lot of fun with a lot of roles. I mean, anytime you're learning a skill set, I mean a tactile skill set, it's fun. I mean, it's fun to hang out with Johnny Chan and the greats of like the poker the world. And
Edward Norton, an acclaimed actor known for his intense dedication to his craft, has earned a reputation as one of the most challenging actors to work with in Hollywood. His unwavering commitment to perfecting his roles has often led to clashes with filmmakers and studio execs alike. Norton's meticulous approach to his work is exemplified by his tendency to shadow direct the projects he's involved in. This means he often takes it upon himself to oversee various aspects of the filmmaking process, even when it falls outside of the designated role he has as an actor. One notable instance of Norton's hands-on approach occurred during the production of American History X. Dissatisfied with director Tony Kaye's vision for the film, Norton took it upon himself to sneak into the editing room and create his own cut of the movie. Remarkably, it's this version of the film that audiences are familiar with today. Norton's perfectionism and desire for creative control have also led to tension with studios. During the production of The Incredible Hulk, Norton frequently clashed with the studio over creative differences. He even went so far as to rewrite the script just before production began, adding his own character motivations and dialogue. While some may argue that Norton's actions demonstrate a deep passion for his work, others view his behavior as disruptive and uncooperative. In fact, his disputes with the studio during The Incredible Hulk were so significant that despite plans for a promotional tour, Norton refused to participate in any publicity for the film following its release. The tension between Norton and Marvel Studios reached a boiling point, with the actor ultimately parting ways with the franchise. Director Louis Leterrier later revealed in an interview that the relationship between Norton and Marvel became strained, with the press playing a role in exacerbating the conflict. In the end, Marvel made the decision to recast the role of the Hulk, bringing an end to Norton's tumultuous tenure with the studio. Marlon Brando.
I was in Canada with Catherine Cornell. And I was in Eagle Rampant with Tallulah Bankhead.
Yes.
And
I remember Mama.
with Sophie Rosenstein.
Not quite.
Marlon Brando, a name synonymous with acting brilliance, was also known for his rebellious nature on movie sets. He was the quintessential employee who marched to the beat of his own drum, often disregarding the instructions of his directors. Brando's unconventional approach to acting made him a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. One of Brando's most notorious habits was his refusal to memorize his lines. Instead, he preferred to improvise during filming, relying on cue cards strategically placed off camera, or even wearing an earpiece to feed him his dialogue. This unorthodox method often left his co-stars and directors perplexed and frustrated. His dedication to method acting was another aspect that set him apart from his peers. He immersed himself deeply into his characters, both on and off set. While his approach resulted in some of the most iconic performances in cinema history, it also alienated many of his colleagues when the cameras weren't rolling. Despite his eccentric behavior and sometimes lax attitude towards work, Brando's talent was undeniable. He's widely regarded as one of the greatest actors of all time, with only the legendary Laurence Olivier rivaling his stature. However, unlike Olivier, who preferred the stage, Brando focused his energies on the silver screen after bidding farewell to Broadway. Brando's antics on set were not limited to his acting methods. He was known for his mischievous nature, often playing pranks on his fellow cast and crew members. This unpredictable behavior earned him a reputation as a bad boy in the industry, as noted by renowned director Francis Ford Coppola. While his behavior may have been challenging for those around him, there's no denying that his contributions to the world of cinema will forever be etched in the archives of film history. Now it's time to hear from you. Which one of these names was most surprising to hear about? Let us know in the comments section below.